Once upon a time, in a small school, there were two teachers, Mr. Thompson and Miss Maria. Both were passionate about teaching, but they had very different styles. Mr. Thompson used traditional methods, while Miss Maria preferred modern techniques. One day, they were both teaching the same lesson on reading, but their approaches were very different. Mr. Thompson began by standing at the front of the class with a chalkboard. He wrote the lesson on the board and asked the students to copy it down. The students sat quietly in rows, listening carefully as Mr. Thompson explained the material. "You must memorize this list of words," he said. "We will test you on these tomorrow." The students worked hard, writing down everything Mr. Thompson said. But they didn't seem very excited. Some of them struggled to keep up, and others found the lesson boring. Meanwhile, in Miss Maria's class, the students were doing something different. She used a projector to show pictures and videos related to the lesson. "Let's explore these new words together," she said, smiling. "We will learn by talking about them, playing games, and even acting them out." Miss Maria encouraged the students to work in small groups. They used their phones and tablets to search for examples of the words online and shared their findings with each other. They laughed as they acted out the words in funny ways, and everyone seemed excited to learn. One student, Emma, raised her hand and said, "I like how we can work together and share our ideas." Another student, Liam, added, "It's fun to use our phones to find pictures of the words. It helps me understand better." At the end of the lesson, both classes were given a quiz, but the results were very different. Mr. Thompson's students had remembered the words, but they didn't feel as confident or excited about using them. Miss Maria's students were more engaged, and many of them could use the words in real conversations because they had practiced in different ways. Later, the two teachers sat down to talk about their teaching methods. Mr. Thompson said, "I've always believed in teaching the old way. It's about giving students the facts and letting them learn by memorization." Miss Maria smiled, "I understand, but I believe that students learn best when they are actively involved. They should work together, use technology, and learn in fun ways. When they do, they can apply what they learn to real-life situations." Mr. Thompson thought for a moment. "I see your point. Maybe I can try a few new techniques in my next class." Miss Maria nodded, "And I can still use some traditional methods too, especially when it helps students understand the basics. It's about finding the right balance." In the end, both teachers learned that there are many ways to teach, and each method has its strengths. Traditional methods focus on structure and memorization, while modern techniques encourage creativity, teamwork, and real-world application. The key is to find a mix that works best for the students. If you enjoyed this story and want to learn more about teaching techniques, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Stay tuned for more helpful videos on education.